June 30th, 2014. Varna, Bulgaria. Varna is a vacation paradise. Golden sun, blue seas, and endless summer nights. This is where Lars Mittank, a kurang 28-year-old German man, was enjoying a holiday with his old friends. Lars was an average guy, loved football, had no criminal record, and no history of mental illness. A perfect life. A fun vacation, until the facade began to crumble. In the final hours of his trip, everything went wrong. A small accident, a terrible decision, launched Lars Mittank into a state of extreme panic the world had never seen. In just a few hours, Lars went from being an ordinary tourist to a man pursued, running from something invisible, until he vanished completely into a forest next to an airport. What happened to Lars Mittank? Who or what made him flee from safety? Right in front of surveillance cameras, Vault of Shadows is opening this case. All the trouble started on the final night. At a nightclub, Lars and his friends got into a minor scuffle with another group of German tourists. The brawl wasn't serious, but the consequences were. Lars was punched in the ear, damaging his eardrum. Lars' friends returned to Germany as scheduled. Lars had to stay behind on a doctor's recommendation, as he was forbidden from flying due to the air pressure potentially worsening his eardrum injury. Lars was arranged to stay alone at the nearby Hotel Color. He planned to fly home on July 8th, but after parting ways with his friends, Lars' behavior completely changed. He began showing extreme signs of anxiety and paranoia. Lars called his mother, Sandra, whispering about feeling unsafe at the hotel. He claimed men were following him, and he couldn't leave the room. He also messaged her, asking about the antibiotic he was taking, cefuroxime, and if it was safe to use with alcohol. Then, a chilling detail emerged. Lars texted his mother, "This is not about they won't let me be." He began demanding his mother freeze his credit cards, claiming someone was trying to steal his possessions. On the morning of July 8th, Lars took a taxi to Varna Airport for his flight home. Security cameras recorded every single moment of one of the most bizarre human behaviors ever captured. He entered the airport and went straight to the airport doctor, Dr. Kostov. While the doctor was examining him and prescribing medication, Lars suddenly suffered an extreme startle. As he was in the consultation room, an airport worker unexpectedly walked in. He was likely just there to do his job, but Lars' reaction was inexplicable. He abruptly stopped talking. His eyes were fixed on the man. Lars Mittank said nothing. He left his luggage, passport, phone, and money behind. He ran desperately out of the consultation room, bolted past the security checkpoint, and ran outside. The camera kept recording. Lars sprinted across the parking lot, vaulting over a 6-foot barbed wire fence. He paused briefly to check if he was being followed, then ran straight into the dense pine forest adjacent to the airport. That was the last time Lars Mittank was ever seen. The disappearance occurred in less than 30 seconds, right in front of a security camera, and remains completely unexplained. The search began immediately. Bulgarian police and his mother, Sandra Mittank, searched the area surrounding the airport, but found nothing. No traces, no ripped clothing, no body. Theory 1. Drugs and medication influence. Lars had consumed alcohol while on the antibiotics. While the airport doctor confirmed the combination shouldn't cause acute paranoia, the mix with existing nervous stress might have triggered a massive acute psychotic break. It's speculated he suffered a toxic psychosis or a sudden onset of acute mental illness like schizophrenia. However, no prior medical history supports this. Theory 2. The threat theory. The pursuit theory. Lars called his mother, saying he was being watched. Did the men from the nightclub follow him to the airport? Could the airport worker who entered the clinic have been a hired intimidator or a warning? However, no evidence links the worker to the previous brawl. The reason Lars abandoned everything of value simply to run remains a complete enigma. Theory 3. Fleeing a deal. The drug trafficking theory, some more extreme theories suggest, Lars may have been coerced into smuggling drugs and ran due to fear of police capture or pursuit by a criminal group, but there is zero evidence connecting Lars to any criminal network. The case of Lars Mittank is an unexplainable mystery. A grown, sound man willingly abandoning everything and running into an impassable forest. To this day, no one knows what happened to Lars. He may have collapsed in the dense woods and been claimed by wildlife, or, as many believe, he was overtaken by someone or something right after the camera lost sight of him. Millions have watched that CCTV footage. They see the sheer terror in Lars' eyes, but they never see who was chasing him.